people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman, I love what she's doing, she's fighting for us.
And I expect all of you guys to get involved with conservative media.
Do you have faith in Janet Napolitano to keep you safe from harm?
No!
These people are speaking it out here. They're letting you know what's going on. This is John Villarreal reporting for Conservative New Media.
Conservative New Media viewers, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal. Paul Villarreal on the phone right there. Now, we just saw this Obama address to the nation about the oil spill in the Gulf, this BP oil spill, whatever you want to say it. And I got to tell you, it was one of the most embarrassing presidential addresses I've ever seen. It really was ridiculous. The guy said next to nothing. I saw no command there, no management experience. It was hope and change all over again. Everything is going to be great. The Gulf is going to be better than ever. Oh, we're using the military now to process claims and stuff like that. Like, dude, what are you thinking about? Meanwhile, over in the UK, they're freaking out because a bunch of their pensions are tied up in the BP and whatnot. They think that America's being a bad partner, the whole 9 yards. And Obama didn't say, first of all, he could have given this speech, this nothing speech on day one, not day 57, 59 or whatnot into this whole crisis situation. It was like, okay, we've done this and that. It wasn't anything like, okay, here's what's going to be cleaned up by, here's what we're doing now, we're working with this country, this country, this country to do these things, you know, whether it's Top Kill or the booms or this and that, whatever, we're going to get this up. Then it was like, oh, hey, we can get off, you know, we're doing all this new energy stuff, cap and tax and all this. Are you kidding me? We're going to make clean energy profitable. What does that mean? That means that basically we're going to give them money and tax the heck out of existing energy. Let me tell you something, you know, like Rahm Emanuel, never let a crisis go to waste, supposedly said. Dude, we need oil, okay? So not only did he put a moratorium on offshore drilling, which is another idiotic thing, okay? Like, first of all, he doesn't want to take any responsibility for him messing up. Well, they assured me it was going to be okay. So now you're saying basically that you were in the loop. I thought it was all Bush's fault. So you were in the loop, but you didn't know what's going on. So you're just some big kid who they just tell you whatever like that. Are you either in command or you're not, bro? Okay, so this is your administration. It's on your watch. It's well into your presidency. It's on you, bro. Quit trying to blame other people. That's number one. Number two, this moratorium for 6 months on drilling. Let's think about that for a second. Now, I'm a super genius, but you don't even have to be that smart to figure out that's a dumb thing, because now you've already smashed the economy down there with this spill and whatnot like that. You wouldn't do the things that Bobby Jindal and other people said that we need to do to help, you know, get this thing taken care of. And now you're going to take away some of the livelihood of people who live in the Gulf who work in oil, dude. I mean, these people are going to be destroyed. Plus, let's think about this. Accidents happen. Maybe you could have had every single thing in place possible and an accident still would have happened. I mean, it is, dude. It's like heck of far down there in the ocean. I mean, you know, the ocean is pretty darn powerful. It's pretty darn big, and things do happen. And you know, this Earth is way more powerful than we are. Just check the latest, you know, big earthquake in Chile or wherever. But that's like saying, you know what? So accidents happen. So I crashed my car. Now we're going to ban all cars because there was a pothole in the road. Or a plane, you know, crashes in the sky. So now everyone doesn't get to fly a plane for 6 months. Dude, that's crazy, and that's not smart. Finally, this cap and tax thing and all that stuff, we need oil. Point blank bottom line. We need oil, we need cheap oil. I mean, yeah, we're all from going into green energy and better energy and being less dependent on foreign oil, but guess what? This is our oil. It's off the coast there, okay? Maybe BP's getting it, whatever, but it's in the Gulf of Mexico. It's near us. If we don't use this oil, we're using oil coming from, you know, Saudi Arabia or somewhere else like that on a tanker. That isn't smart, okay? I mean, that's basically, you know, tankers are way more dangerous by statistics than any offshore drilling, this and that, whatever, in terms of crashing and spilling this and that, whatever. Also, now you're funding it in a foreign country, sending, you know, dollars elsewhere, and that might be funding terrorists. I mean, this is just idiocy, like multiplied by 10. I can't even believe this. Now, here's the thing with clean energy or green energy or whatever like that. First of all energy has some kind of like environmental footprint. Sorry to tell you, solar panels too, dude. Bottom line comes down to this for long-term viability. What is the price per kilowatt, and what is the price, you know, alternatively for liquid fuels? You know, what are you paying for each, you know, mile per gallon? That's what it is. Until you solve that and get that competitive with fossil fuels, it's never going to be there. Now, we'll make that transition, but it's not going to happen today. And so I'm really disappointed with what happened here with Obama. I expected a little bit more, and this was embarrassing. Paul, you watched this. Even Keith Olbermann and Chris Matthews blasted this guy as just being a clown and basically like Carter. And what did you see?
Well, just to follow up on that point, Olbermann said after the speech, quote, "It was a great speech if you were on another planet for the last 57 days, unquote.
Right.
And Chris Matthews said, quote, "I don't sense executive command," unquote. This, you touched on it earlier, this speech was an embarrassment. This was a farce. For him to act like he's been on this from day one when he hasn't. The guy's been playing golf. They've been documenting how many times he's played golf and vacationed twice at least since this spill first happened. And now it's like, well, hey, now I'm on it almost 2 months later. And by the way, let's set up a new tax when we're in a recession that my policies are exacerbating. Let's set up a new punitive tax and try to wrap it around the worst environmental disaster in United States history. This speech was a joke. It was an affront. It honestly was offensive to watch. It just looked like a kid like that's taking a government class in high school that made up the speech. I thought it was ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and it's like, that's the thing. I thought about it when I was watching. It's like, how stupid do you think that people are? You're going to tax the hell out of them. You're going to ban people's livelihood. You're going to make it so that we can't get around and transportation is horrible. Look, you know, I don't care, left, right, center, environmental, wacko, whatever like that. We all remember not that long ago, a summer or two ago, when gas was at almost $5 a gallon if you wanted a premium. Nobody wants that again. That's what really made the economic recession like way, way worse and kicked it into overdrive. Okay, because everything is affected by high energy prices. Heating your home, putting your light on, PG&E bills, transportation, which ships everything. Okay, let alone your gas, whatever like that. And it hurts a lot of the younger voters who you suckered in with your BS, bro, because they got to drive around and to go to the prom or date or movie, whatever like that, and now they're out of money. So that's the thing. This is ridiculous. We need real leadership here, okay? We're in a serious crisis, a serious recession. People are talking about double dip recession, double dip housing recession. They're talking about massive inflation. I mean, we may barely avoid total disaster if we get Republicans and conservatives in office this November that can stop this runaway tax and spending, and maybe because the euro is collapsing, that interest rates aren't going to blow up overnight. Maybe because people are buying the dollar as a safe haven. That's only very, very temporary. In closing, this was an embarrassment. I want to know what people think. I want to know what people have to say about this right now. Speak on it on the comments. I want you, do you believe Obama? Do you have any confidence in this guy anymore? That's what I want to know. It really sounded, Paul, it sounded to me like this guy was in Candyland or Wizard of Oz, where he was just going to do whatever he wanted to do, maybe the Chicago way, and give everything away to unions and tax and spend and social justice and just wreck everything. But it was all going to be okay because we're America and everything's cool and tomorrow's going to be better.
I agree. Charles Krauthammer said afterwards that the speech was like pie in the sky. Totally agree with that. I think that the disconnect that this guy has from the American public and from executive reality is frightening.
It is frightening. I want to know what you guys think about it. You tell me right now. Hit me with the comments down here. I don't want any ridiculous Obama astroturfers, whatever like that. You're a lefty, that's fine, but you need to make your arguments right. We're not taking any astroturfers. Hit me right down below. Subscribe above. I am John. That is Paul. We're Conservative Media, and we will see you next time.